they're just all, so it's like all the elements that are there. I want this to be great. So, okay, I'm going to give the second half of the season a real chance. I agree with you. Listen, and I wonder, and listen, you never know until you have the contract, right? But I mean, Rinna is as cool as a cucumber. She is out doing her errands in Beverly Hills, buying her magazines.
Yeah, I mean, and they were at Elton John with EJ, with Diana. I mean,
but this was the advice that I gave to Rinna. This is the thing that I was screaming. I was like, just start posting about your life, errands, and did at least some Rinna listen to us here behind the velvet rope and take our advice? Because this is what I was saying, girl. Just post about lunch with Harry and buying milk and pumping your gas. Just post and pretend that like you're not in on like the cognizant like what is going on with Beverly Hills. This is a good strategy for her. I think this finally, it's like, girl, keep this up. I think it's only going to help your case.
I love Rinna, like I've said, and I love EJ. I don't care what you say about, and here we go, right? With Potomac, I'm all over the place a little bit, but I want your thoughts on this. This past week has been rough for our girl, Robyn Dixon. People want Robyn Dixon gone after one of the latest episodes of RHOP, filming Wendy, Miss Osefo during that fight with Mia. Oh, I mean,
I saw that. Now, why is it? I mean, first of all, listen, Robyn, I don't think this is such a bad thing that everyone now kind of hates you overnight. I think it's like, welcome to the game, girl. You and I have even been like, yeah, and like you and I have even been, I mean, I really, like, I've been hard on Robyn of like, she should be the next to go. Like, you got to contribute. I mean, like, I like Robyn as a person. I really do. Welcome to the game, Robyn. Now, why is it that everyone is so irate with her? What did she really do?
In Miami, they had a fight, Mia and Wendy, and Mia throws a drink in Wendy's face. Then they kind of go after each other. Production comes in to stop them, stop Wendy. What was not a good move by Robyn, and people feel like she really has it out for Wendy. She's, against her, that it was colorism, all kinds of things that people are saying.
Yeah.
Wendy is sort of saying, Robyn has come out and said, I was trying to tell Wendy that she had a lot to lose. But Robyn takes out her cell phone and starts filming and basically saying, I'm TMZ, I'm TMZ. And really like filming Wendy during this fight. And I get what people are saying. It's like, you're almost kind of setting Wendy up, like you're instigating Wendy. You want Wendy to attack Mia, even though you say you don't. And really, it was Mia's fault. And what everyone is shocked with Robyn and Giselle is they're defending Mia when they, why? It was Mia completely wrong.
And that's where they're claiming colorism.
They're claiming colorism big time. And, but I do agree with you. I mean, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing for Robyn, really. I mean, but Robyn's been trending for days. People want her gone, how awful she is. And Monique Samuels has come out. Monique Samuels says she told Wendy, be careful. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, Monique really doesn't like these women. Monique said some of these women on the show are like the most low down, desperate, lonely, crotchety things you've ever laid your eyes on off of the show too. I mean, Monique goes in and she says she called Wendy before this season and said, they're coming for you and your family. Be ready. Be ready.
I saw that. How does Monique know? She just knows how the game is played. Like, it's just like when like we were talking and when I had Catherine Edwards on, we're like, who is the Rinna next season? It's not Lisa Rinna. That was her this season. It's not Erika Jayne. It's going to be like Sutton or Kyle. Like, that's what they do. So I guess Wendy is just good like that. And she's a producer and she's like, let's do process of elimination. Who needs to take a big fall? And I think it's going to be Wendy. And then she calls Wendy and tells her this. Is that what it is?
Monique, I mean, Monique's certainly been in it, right? Like Monique, I think Monique sees how Giselle and Robyn kind of also like pick their favorites, and Ashley sort of aligned with Giselle and Robyn. And
we can't go after Candy Gal because that's like boring. And we've done that 800 seasons.
They kicked off the season going after Candy Gal, right? With this stupidness. Again, my only issue with this season is how absolutely dumb this thing about, Chris sliding in Ashley Darby's DMs. It's so not true. He sent her an IG like message.
And Candy Gal just did another interview where she's like tripling down and she's like, no, you don't understand. Like Giselle Bryant needs to be terminated. She's like, I'm just trying to find it. Sorry. She was like, I think she did it like now, like after last night's episode. I forgot who it was with, but she's like, I just need to understand why Giselle has a job here. She's like, you got to get rid of this girl. So and she said what they did to Chris is just like ludicrous and just everything. She's not backing down against. She said Candace Dillard on how heinous claims by RHOP cast affected her marriage, breaking fourth wall, and why Giselle's role should be recast immediately. So she ain't no fan of Miss Giselle.
But Giselle is the Rinna of that franchise. You know, I mean, I think Rinna has more going on in her personal life. Like her daughters are modeling. Obviously, Harry's, you know, Hollywood royalty in his own right. He's been in the business 50 years. I mean, you know, but Giselle plays that Rinna part for Potomac and she stirs the pot. And I think she knows who she's going to aim it at. And Wendy is the target. Because it was so stupid, that fight. You know, Mia came over and goes, I saw Peter Thomas. And he said, you never called him when you were coming to Miami. And it's like, why would she? They're not business partners yet. They may not be. She's here on a girls' trip with other women. She's married. Like, why the fuck would she call? Who cares if she calls Peter? Like, and Peter's a businessman. You think Peter gives a shit if like she reaches out? Sure, if she's already there and she's like, hey, Peter, I'm in town or whatever. But I mean, she has 3 fucking kids. Like, she's got things to do. And Mia, I don't know. Mia kind of rubs me the wrong way now.
I'm not I can't get behind Mia. I don't really, it has nothing to do with this. I just don't really understand the true appeal of Mia. I'm just not feeling it. That's my honest opinion. Like, not even this, just in general this season and like I don't really understand the appeal of Mia. That's just me.
Well, I think you're going to have another season with her because I do think the financial stuff that's going down is really reminiscent of Jen Shah. I mean, you know, the story goes supposedly that Mia's husband's brother stole all their money from all these chiropractic firms or whatever they have. And so it's like, oh, wait a minute. What do you mean he stole all your money? So are those stores closing? Are you filing an insurance claim? Like, what's going on? I mean, I think there's going to be some drama there.
And does she even mind it, really? Because, I mean, this gives her something to talk about.
I think this, to me, is like what Carlos King said, like, bring back the originals, because the originals didn't know how good they were. And, like, for Carlos, and I can see what Carlos means, the Jen Shaws, the Mia, they've studied these shows. They've watched. They know what they are there to do. So there's just an inauthenticity about them versus back when the Phaedras, like they didn't. A lot.
In other words, you're claiming that they are thirsty. In other words,
thirsty. Yes,
Mia's a little thirsty to me. And also, I mean, did you see this? And I haven't like delved into